Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors.
Hi GI TV, I'm Bob the X-Man Hildebrand here with Tim Seargeant. We actually have some very, very important news for you here today.
Ladies
Tim
and gentlemen, Bob and I are
having a baby. Oh, it's gonna be a boy. I was thinking about Bim. You were saying
thinking about Tob.
Yeah, so maybe we can. I don't know how we can split the difference on that. No, but seriously, neither Tim and I are pregnant yet, and neither of us are getting married to each other yet.
No.
But we do have important news. Tim is actually going to be leaving Airsoft GI to pursue other career opportunities, and we kind of wanted to, kind of give you an overview of Tim's history here at Airsoft GI. He's essentially been here since the beginning of our YouTube marketing, and well, you started in the shipping department, and you've just got so much history here, and I don't know, I think it'd be fun to just go over it all and hear your perspective.
Well, it's a long history. I don't know if we'll be able to go over it all, but yeah, I know I've been here for almost 7 years, a little over 6 years, and it's been a crazy ride. It's been a whole lot of fun. You know, I started airsofting, and that's what drove, the passion of airsofting is what really got me involved in this company. And it's been great growing with the company over the past couple of years. I'm sure, everyone out there knows how big Airsoft GI has gotten. And it's really an honor to be able to say that I was a part of that growth and definitely helped the company grow. And it's going to be tough to leave it all behind, to be honest with you. It's going to be kind of sad because, I've built up a great team here in the marketing department that I really enjoy working with. I love the content that we're putting out, and I just love that we're just creating and mashing all of our brains together to put out this content. And it's really awesome to see it all blow up on YouTube and stuff like that, and see how it affects the company and how, everything's been coming together all so well these past couple of years.
I will say, just to see the juxtaposition of where you started and where we are now is honestly for me amazing, especially being in the entertainment industry, but also having come into this job as, just already being your friend. It's been quite an honor being able to work with you, and I think it's really interesting that as a marketing department and as, a YouTube channel, we started, or not we, I wasn't even here at the time, you started with a not a flip phone, was it flip cam?
Well, the original camera was actually some sort of Sony camcorder. And then somewhere along the line, John, our IT manager, gave me his new flip, blogging camera.
Yeah.
And that was officially it was the second camera that we used, but it was the camera that we used for most of the really early videos, because I don't know what happened to that original Sony camera. And so we did use a standard def 640 by 480 camera for a long time during the GITV reviews, and it wasn't until, a couple months went by that we actually got a high definition 1080i camera. And even though interlaced is not really the business, especially for moving stuff, but it was much better than what we had, so we had to roll with it.
Now the first video I believe you did was on an MTC.
Yeah, the MTC is going to be the staple video that I'm always going to remember from GITV, because it was the first time I couldn't find anybody to be in the videos. So I didn't want to be in the videos at first. I just wanted to film them and edit them and do all that behind the scenes stuff. But I couldn't find anybody to do the video, and we had this new product that just came in from Echo One, so I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll have to do it. So I set up a tripod, I knocked out the video, and then lo and behold, a few days later, it actually got quite a few views. The response was really great from the fans, and they wanted to see more from it. And so I was like, oh, I guess I'll do more, and then it just kind of rolled from there.
Now there's a lot of memorable videos for GITV, but why don't you take us through a progression of either the most memorable ones or your favorite ones, or what were instrumental in how GITV progressed?
Some of the ones that stick out in my memory, aside from the MTC video, of course, is just all the fun ones, like the Old Spice spoof that we did for the KMP9s and the KMP9R. That was just something that was right after that Super Bowl commercial went live. That was kind of the new thing on YouTube that everybody was spoofing, and so I was actually working a lot with Brandon and Chris on that one. I think it came together pretty well.
Yeah, I believe we even got a plate for that.
We did. We got voted by the fans from Popular Airsoft. The Players' Choice Awards voted that the best video uploaded or something from
yeah, probably most entertaining Airsoft
It wasn't really
video.
It wasn't really an Airsoft video. I guess it was a video review, but the Old Spice spoof portion of it was really what got some notice.
All right, so the next set of videos that I think would be at least fun to talk about is the Line Claws 10 footage. Obviously, we went to Line Claws 9 together, where you were sissy and ran away from the tanks, no big deal. But some of our cooler action footage was from Line Claws 10. That's where you and I and the other GI guys were actually running as a squad or a fire team, so to speak. And I mean, there's one moment in my mind in particular where we just rickrolled. Was it the Lost Sheep
that we're at? The Line Claws 10 footage is always going to stick out in my mind because that was the first time I experimented with the rearward facing camera. So I mounted a contour on my gun facing me, and so the part of what makes working with GITV so fun is creating some of the content, and so it was the first time I was able to experiment with that, and I think the footage turned out really well.
For quite a while, one of our fan favorites was the Ghost and the Noob. Now, you had sort of created that with one of our shipping department fellows, Jackie, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why don't you give our audience an overview of how that went down?
Well, I mean, to back that up a little bit, we replicated the Ghost character from Modern Warfare 2, and Brandon and I put together a photo shoot where we actually did the loading scene in Modern Warfare 2 pretty accurately, I think, with Ghost, with the Silenced M4, with the EOTech and everything on it. And so since we had that costume together, kind of, we had the mask and, a plate carrier and other stuff, we just decided to shoot a quick commercial where Jackie had like a small gun. And, we brought the Ghost character out and basically lit him up.
Okay, so Tim, there is one thing I'd like to cover specifically. You can be quite the troll.
I can be.
Yes.
Especially when I'm in charge of making the videos.
Yes. Now, there are a couple of things in particular. There's some of our most popular videos on GITV Uncut are you basically hiding in the closet or hiding outside the door and scaring the bejesus out of me.
That's always fun to get on camera.
Very good at that, by the way. Yeah, like a ninja.
Well, it's been an awesome ride here at GITV. It's going to be really sad to see everyone go. I really want to thank, my team, for putting everything together. It started out as just me, but in the past couple of years, the work that's gone into it has been the culmination of everybody's hard work here at GITV, and I definitely want to thank the fans for making it such a special experience to be a part of, YouTube, to be a part of Airsoft GI, and we're moving on to new things, and so it's been a great run. I'm really glad that we're ending things on such a high note.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, honestly, Tim, I'm gonna miss you a lot. I mean, obviously, I'm gonna see you outside of work because we're really good friends. But I'm gonna miss
You guys won't. Maybe you will. I don't know.
Well, I'll miss you a lot. And I mean, I've told you this many times before. I'm not like a really competitive guy about a lot of things, but you've really kind of brought out the sheer competitive anger and frustration at the Tim versus Bob games.
I have that effect.
You do have that effect, and I don't think I have ever had as, I don't want to say as honorable an opponent, but as, well, come on, Tim. Back away, Bob. There's a safety issue.
It was a safety hazard, Bob. You would have been even more mad at me if you had gotten run over.
I would have understood. Anyway,
by my armadillo.
It doesn't matter. It's more that I've never had as cunning of an opponent as you, and honestly, I appreciate you being willing to face my rebels on the field of battle time after time.
It's been fun.
It has been really fun. It's honestly been probably one of the funnest times of my life, and honestly, man, thank you. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, GITV.
I'm going to give him a hug once we get off camera, just to be clear. It's going to be a hug. Big hug.
Airsoft GI would like to thank our sponsors.